What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing your guys' beats that you've sent into my email. So we're doing these kind of videos every single week, so if you ever want to send one of your beats in and get me to critique it and give you some tips and pointers that you can work on, go ahead and send it to my submission email, and it's going to be linked in the description. So just go ahead and send it there whenever you're ready. And we've only gotten 110 so far, and it was actually on our last video by Pink Hair Producer. And if you want to see that video, there was actually a lot of really great beats in that. If you want to see that video, I'm going to link it at the top of this video so you can watch that one as well. But anyways, guys, without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, let's jump right in here with Ishan Adkri. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Ishan. But let's take a listen to this beat. It looks like it's called 13 Halloween Special. Okay, we got a YouTube video. Got a nice little visual. Okay. When's it gonna drop though? Come on. Yeah, this needs to drop already. Usually 30 seconds is the longest you ever want to wait before the beat drops. There we go. About 50 seconds in. Jeez. Alright, right off the bat, that 808's, it sounds like everything's distorting. You might need to cut some of the lows out of your melody so that the 808 isn't interfering with it like that. So try that out, or check out what might be going wrong in that area. It sounded like that first introduction melody that came in before the second melody. Let's see, let's go back to it really quick. So I really like this melody here that you played at the intro, but it's in a different, it sounds like it's in a different scale than the next one that comes in right here. That bass line, those notes don't really go with that, so you might want to check that out and make sure they're the same. Obviously you're only using that, it looks like, in the intro, or maybe it does come in at some other part of the song, but make sure it's in the right scale because it sounds completely off right when that bass comes in. But besides that, I mean, it was a full concept song. You had different parts and the melodies were changing up and the drums were cool and they were there. Just make sure that you figure out what's distorting in your mix there, and then make sure that everything is in the right scale, and you should be good to go. I'm going to give this beat a 6.5 out of 10. I see that you sent a loop too, and I'll definitely be checking that out later. Okay, this one's by Leroy April. Looks like he's a South African producer. Okay, since we're on the topic of it, when you guys send in your beats, make sure to send in MP3 files. That way I don't have to download it or anything. MP3s will let me play it right in the window. But not the biggest deal, so. King of Trap. Let's see what you got, Leroy. Ooh, yes sir. Damn. Yes sir. This is a good one. Bounce is really nice on this. It's just like a little swaggy. It's like it draws you back a little bit. And I really liked the melodies on it. It was just a really good beat overall. Really good job on that, Leroy. So I really liked that beat. That was one of the better ones we've even heard. There was only one thing that was a little bit too much. It sounded like the kick was clipped a little bit too much. But maybe you were going for a sound like that. I think maybe you could ease it off a little bit. The kick just sounds a little bit too distorted in my opinion, but maybe you like that and that's okay. But if you wanted, you could just back it off a little bit. So what the issue is that the volume of the kick is too loud before it goes into the clipper. So you might just want to like turn the volume down a little bit on the sample before it goes into the clipper. But if you're going for that sound, then you can go for it. But just in my opinion, it sounds a little bit too much. So besides that, man, I thought it was really great. The concept was there. It sounds like you've been producing for a while already. So I'm going to have to give this beat a solid 8.5. Other things that could be worked on is obviously mixing could be a little bit better. But I mean, overall, it was just a really great beat. All right, the next one is by Ashmith. I hope I'm saying that right, but it's called Mellow, and he's saying it's a smooth guitar Khalid type beat. All right, let's see what you got, Ashmith. That guitar is crisp, man. Sounds like a real guitar. Melody's on fleek already. Okay, man, I mean, I just wanted to check out this one too because I saw it was a different link. It didn't really have a drop to it, so it's kind of hard to rate this one. The guitar was amazing, obviously. I don't know if you made that guitar melody yourself and you recorded yourself playing. If you did, that sounded amazing. But if you got it from somebody else, that's totally fine too because you have good sound selection, obviously. So this one's really hard to rate. I'm gonna say the melody was definitely like a 9. The melody was on point, but there wasn't really anything else to rate. I mean, there was a snare in there, so I'm gonna say the melody was awesome. So if you made that melody, kudos to you. I would definitely like to collaborate with you if you made that melody because that was fire, and I think I could throw some hard drums on there. So sorry if that wasn't what you were looking for, but there's not much to really go on here. Okay, I see Leroy submitted again. We'll get to you in a later video, but I want to make sure we get all new people into this one. But we'll definitely get to you, don't worry. Okay, so this is Prod Vague. Let's check this out. It says Neon. I like this art. Go. I hear ya. Yeah. Okay. Alright, man, that was actually a pretty dope beat. It was really simple and right to the point. I think an artist could actually like jump on that right away and get going, so you're definitely onto something there. Okay, so the kick drum sounded a little bit too squished. You might be putting too much on it or clipping it too hard or something, because when it comes in right here, you can hear that it's a little weird. Something's going on with it. Maybe it's too low of an octave, so maybe try putting it up an octave higher, but something sounds a little bit off, so you might want to take off all the effects and then start over, or just mess with it. But that was just the kick drum. I think definitely you could do some mixing on the beat. It could use a little more mixing and mastering. Maybe you haven't been creating beats as long as some of the other guys we've listened to, and that's totally fine. But like I said, the concept is there, and this is something that an artist could jump on right away. Yeah, but I thought it was a good beat overall, and you did stay within the scale. So the 808 was in scale with the melody, and everything sounded good like that. So you definitely know what you're doing. Keep making beats. I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. Really, mixing was just the biggest thing on this one. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is by Bass Burst. This beat is called JTM. Let's see what you got. Bass Burst. I like that. It's a cool name. I like the melody so far. Okay. It's better to have a hard drop, man. It's sounding good already, though. Definitely has a vibe, man. All right, man. This one had a really good mix on it compared to some of the other ones we've been hearing. Mixing was really good. I can tell you've been doing beats for a while. I don't have too many critiques for you. Everything sounded pretty good. One thing I will say is try to shorten up the intro there. I saw that it came in like at 30 seconds or maybe a second or two past it. Try to get that maybe half that time in 15 seconds. Like, you can just jump in it right away. You don't need a crazy intro. That's just going to help you sell beats and make them in the future, because artists like to get into it right away. So there's no need for a crazy long intro like that. Though yours wasn't the longest intro we saw today. So 30 seconds isn't crazy horrible, but maybe just think about tightening it up a little bit. Besides that, like I said, I thought it was mixed really well. I thought the kicks and 808s were perfectly fine. I would maybe turn up the 808 a little more if it was my beat, but honestly, it was a vibe and it was mixed well, so you don't even have to. I thought it had a really good vibe to it. So all in all, man, really great beat. I was happy with it. So Bass Burst, I'm going to have to give your beat an 8.5 out of 10. All right, our last one for today is Prod by Owen, or Prod Owen. Let's check out what you got. He says it's some vocal drill. All right, let's see what you got, Owen. It's frozen, but I'm keeping track. This is dope. Ooh. I really like that glitch at the end there. That was awesome. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of that that drill beat with Pop Smoke. Yeah, that 808 glide. It sounds just like that one song. Oh, that's so dope. I redid that song. That's how I know it. All right, man. Altogether, that was a dope beat there that you had, Owen. I really like the 808 glides. It sounded like one of Pop Smoke's, one of his songs that are like that. And overall, it was just a really great beat in general. You definitely know what you're doing, and you've been making beats for a while. The mixing could use a little bit of work, but besides that, man, it was definitely a good beat. I'm gonna have to give this one. I'll give this one an 8.7. And definitely keep sending in some more stuff, man. We definitely want to hear from you more. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up the video. So there was definitely some good beats in here today. Thank you guys so much for sending in if you got chosen today. And as you can see, we have some more to do for next week. So definitely send in if you haven't sent one in yet. We definitely want to hear from you. And if you like this, definitely smash the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because we're uploading daily videos that you're not going to want to miss out on. But besides that, I'll be catching you guys again in the next one. Peace out, gang.